Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the methods of analysis of food. In this video we are going to discuss about the fat in milk and milk products. Among the various milk constituents, milk fat is the costliest and the percentage of milk fat in fresh milk vary according to the source. And the important thing, the milk available in the market are categorized on the basis of two components. These two components are milk fat and milk solid not fat, that is S and F. Milk categories available on in the market is the skim milk, double tone milk and standard milk and full cream milk. These are the different categories which are available in the market for our daily use, and these different categories are categorized on the basis of that milk fat percentage and solid not fat percentage. If you see in skim milk, the milk fat percent is 0.5%. In full cream, it's increased to 6%. The same way you see the solid not fat percentage in the skim milk is a 8.7%, where in full cream it's a 9%. Now the question is the how to determine the fat in the milk and milk products. There are different milk and milk products which are available in the market, and we are consuming in daily life. So what are the methods by which we can determine the fat in these products? So let's start with different methods. There are three different methods available for the determination of fat in milk and milk products. First is Gerber method, second is Rose-Gottlieb method, and third is Werner-Suchmuth method, that is acid digestion method. We will discuss all these three methods one by one. The first method is the Gerber method. In this method, a specific instrument, that is Gerber butyrometer, will be using, and two chemical, that is a Gerber sulfuric acid and isoamyl alcohol for the protein digestion and separation of fat content. And the centrifugation has a central role in this method that rise the fat to the calibrated part of the tube, and where we can read the percentage of fat content of the milk sample. Now it's the protocol of Gerber method. In this method, a milk butyrometer that has both sides open will close that stem side using the silicone stopper, and will add 10.75 ml of milk and 10 ml of Gerber sulfuric acid and then 1 ml of isoamyl alcohol. Then we'll close that next side and mix the content properly. Mix the content well and keep the butyrometer in water bath for 5 minutes at temperature 65 degrees centigrade, and then centrifuge the butyrometer at 1200 rpm for 5 minutes to get the clear fat column, and then read the percentage of fat in the milk butyrometer. The second method for the fat determination in milk and milk products are Rose-Gottlieb method. In this method, the milk sample will be treated with the ammonia and ethyl alcohol, and the ammonia will dissolve the protein and the ethyl alcohol will precipitate the protein. Later on, the fat will be extracted using the two solvent, diethyl ether and petroleum ether, and the ether later on the ether will be evaporated and the residual will be used to determine the percentage of fat in the milk sample. In the protocol of Rose-Gottlieb method, we'll take 10 gram of sample in extraction tube and 1.25 ml of ammonia and 10 ml of ethyl alcohol and the 25 ml of diethyl ether peroxide free, and then we'll close the tube with the stopper and shake vigorously for 1 minute. Then add 25 ml of petroleum ether, again the shake vigorously for 30 seconds, and then let it stand to separate the upper ether layer, and then decant the upper layer and re-extract the lower layer using 50 ml of each solvent every time to recover the remaining fat component from the lower layer. Evaporate the solvent completely and dry the flask in air oven at 102 degrees centigrade for 2 hours, and then cool in desiccator and take the weight again, that wash out the fat content from the flask using the petroleum ether and dry the flask in the air oven for 2 hours and then reweight. The difference in the weight represents the weight of fat extracted from the milk, and the formula is the weight of extracted fat upon the weight of milk into 100 will give you the percentage of weight will give you the percentage of fat in your milk sample. The third method for the fat determination in milk and milk product is the Werner-Suchmuth method, that is also known as acid digestion method. In this method, the milk protein is digested with the HCl and the liberated fat is extracted using the different solvent, alcohol, ethyl ether and petroleum ether. Later on, the ethyl part will be evaporated. The left residue weight will be taken to calculate the fat content. In the protocol of Werner-Suchmuth method, we'll be using the concentrated HCl, ethyl alcohol, diethyl ether and petroleum ether. We'll take 10 gram of material, 10 ml of concentrated HCl in small beaker, and we'll heat using the Bunsen burner until it turns dark brown. And during heating, we need continue stirring using the glass rod. And later on, we'll keep for cooling at up to room temperature, and then we'll transfer that content to Moissanite fat extraction flask or the Rohring tube. Mix well the content in Moissanite fat extraction flask and add 25 ml of ethyl ether and close the Moissanite fat extraction flask, shake vigorously for 1 minute and add 25 ml of petroleum ether and again shake vigorously for 1 minute. Then centrifuge the Moissanite flask at 600 rpm. Then decant the upper ether solution layer and re-extract the lower layer using the 50 ml of each solvent every time. Evaporate the solvent completely on water bath and then dry the fat in oven at 102 degrees centigrade to a constant weight, that will be W1, and then remove the fat completely from the flask using petroleum ether, then reweight, that will be the W2. This will be the formula to determine the fat percentage, in which W1 is the weight in gram of content in the flask before removal of fat, and the W2 is the weight in gram of content in the flask after removal of fat, and the W3 is the weight in gram of material taken for the test. These are the coming video on food safety, human nutrition, milk quality control and food microbiology, and then question series on these topics. If you feel the content is helpful, like the content and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.